Welcome to the YouTube channel. I hope everyone is doing well. As always, it's Tuesday, the 18th of March, and this is your daily market outlook for today. I haven't got an itchy ass. I'm literally just trying to get comfy. I've got a quilt over me, as it is freezing in Spain, and I feel like I'm back in Manchester in England. So yeah, if you see me moving, I haven't got an itchy ass. I'm literally just trying to get as comfy as possible and tuck myself in underneath this quilt. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. Your daily market outlook, as always. Just quickly before we do start, let's have a look at the news for today. Obviously, we have Canadian dollar, which is half one. Pretty much when this comes out, the Canadian dollar news would have happened, but pretty much no major news in regards to the US dollar. Now, we do have major news tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow we do have Fed funds, which is going to be, FOMC is going to be a mad one. So expect today to be preparing for FOMC. And then obviously, that's something that we need to really, really just be aware of. So yeah, tomorrow FOMC, it's going to be a big, big news day tomorrow. But before we do get into the charts, as always, let me just quickly share my screen if I can find my disclaimer. 1 second. We are back. So, as always, guys, just to let you know, the content on this channel is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, so nothing shared here should be considered financial or investment or even trading advice. Always do your own research before making any financial decisions. Obviously, as you guys can see, trading and investing does involve risk, and you should never risk more than you can afford to lose. So, again, that from me, that is pretty much it for me. Obviously I am pretty much just all education. So you'll never get me saying where your entry should be, your stop loss should be, or so on and so on and so on. Okay, now back to the charts. Finally, I'm getting used to that, guys, so I do apologize. But let's get straight into the actual market. So let's have a look, as always, at the dollar. Let's just quickly go to the daily time frame, and you'll be able to notice that, of course, with the dollar, we have been in this demand area for quite some time, which we've talked about over a week, way over a week. We count this. This is last Wednesday, no, Wednesday the 5th. So anyway, this is when we approach the daily demand. So we've had 10th day inside of this demand area. So again, as I explained pretty much for 10 days in a row, what we're going to obviously experience very soon is either a breakup or a breakdown. And obviously that will give us a breathing room to understand which way we should be, looking to trade this market. So, looking at this right now from a daily, you can see the daily low high still the same, daily lower low still the same. If I go to the weekly, of course, if you look from a weekly, this is my weekly higher low. This is my weekly higher high. We have imbalance below here and a weekly demand. So, of course, like it would be nice if we could see this into this weekly demand from this, daily supply area here. So it'd be interesting to see what FOMC does tomorrow, and obviously the news for the rest of the week as well. So yeah, let's drop down to the 4 hour, and you'll be able to notice that on the 4 hour, we're inside of this range still. So we had a little bit of a breakout yesterday. You'll be able to notice that, we did have this market actually retrace. I said I'm not looking at anything unless we get a break, and we did have this 4 hour, break. So of course, if the market was to carry on, I'd expect the market to, retrace even from retrace into here, which we're currently at. And then I'd want to see the dollar obviously carry on downwards from here. Let me just move this out of the way. So again, lower time frame shift in here to carry on downwards. If not, it will be this one here. But obviously we are currently, reacting from this supply area as we speak. If we do tap above, understand the reason we're tapped above this is because we've got liquidity at this high. So we've got this being used as money, and then we've got a little bit of imbalance above. So yeah, let's see what happens. But it looks like we're getting a decent reaction from there as we speak, and that will lead me on to the other major pairs. So we're looking at the daily, same scenario, obviously for you guys. We're punched above again, of this high here and this obviously supply area. and we're still in, in and around this area. So again, it's a slow, it's a steady, it's consolidated, not really much happening. Of course, daily higher low is here, daily higher high is here as well. So for me personally, let's drop down to the 4 and see what's happening. Of course, dollars pretty much in a demand supply area. My mind's gone blank. Yeah, dollars in a supply area right now. So Euro USD is pretty much close to this demand area. So if we look at the structure, I've called out this area, called out this area. We had another break yesterday, this high. So me personally, I want to see this area being where we react from. If we again do dip below this area, then it'll be from this area here and fill in this imbalance. Use this as the liquidity, pretty much here. So yeah, but interesting to see what happens. We've not quite reached the demand area as of yet. So, we've not quite reached that demand area as of yet, but we are slowly reacting. So again, keep an eye on the dollar and see what happens. Of course, I like to refine my entries. So if we look at this, I refine this to this area here. So this last candle is where I've refined it to. But of course, most people or some people will be refining it to this as a demand area. These two downwards candles cause this momentum up. So you can have this area, or if you want to be a bit more refined, it can be this area. So again, we are in this demand and we are getting that reaction from there as well. Now, GBP USD, same scenario. Again, you go to the dollar, you'll be able to notice that the dollar is, of course, the exact same as EU. We've got our daily high, a low, and daily higher high, and we're inside this daily supply and 4-hour supply candle. So we go down to the 4-hour, and we can notice that straight away, of course, we're still in this supply, we're still consolidating, but we did have another punch above this high here. So we have got a 4-hour trend that's happening with inside this daily supply area. So again, this is my, demand area. I've got imbalance here, so I would like to see the market, obviously react from here and carry on upwards. That's just my, my preferred, how do you say my preferred, demand area. It's a bit more refined. If we go to the daily, you'll be able to notice that some people be using this whole daily candle as their daily demand candle, or you can use it as this area here. So again, it doesn't really matter. I'm a bit more, what is the word? I can't even think of the word. I'm a bit more picky. English people will know what I mean. I'm a bit more picky. But yeah, consolidation, breakout, we retrace, and then we should carry on upwards from there. So we're inside this demand area. AUD USD, if I'm honest, AU and NU, from a 4-hour perspective, I am not interested because it's been so trendy. I like to trade when the markets are looking, with clear pullbacks so that I can get a good entry. When the markets are looking as it is right now and there's not really any clear, if you look, we've had a little bit of a pullback, mass amount again, a little bit of pullback. I don't see any clear areas for me to obviously trade in this. So AU and NU, I'm not interested in. This would be my extreme demand area, but the dollar's going to react from this supply area right now. Then obviously AU is going to react from where it is, currently. So pretty much the same with NZUSD. Not interested in looking at that at all, but you guys will be able to see the range that we're in. USD CAD, we have this demand area that we've just tapped in below. So we have obviously come below. So even unless I've missed this demand area, because this area here did get mitigated slightly. So we have kind of tapped in again to this area. So if I just remove this, and what the institutions have done is they've simply waited for this area as this area to be liquidity. So if I just, scrape this across, pardon me, they've used this as the liquidity here and they've tapped in again below. Now, for me to trade this, what I'll be waiting for is obviously I'd want to see a change of that trend on the lower time frame. This is looking pretty good, this candle. So what I would wait for right now would be if we can get, a break above this high. If we could break above this, I would wait for retracement and then I'd be looking to buy that up. So I'd want to see a a break of this area here for USD CAD. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye out on that. Let me just see if there's a 15-minute demand area a bit more cleaner. yeah, you can see that we've tapped a little bit lower into this area here. So I just zoom out. We've got some sort of, imbalance in between here. So yeah, that makes sense as to why it's come a bit lower. But yeah, let's keep an eye out on this. Let's see if we can get a close above this high. Because as of right now, obviously focus like this is our, this whole area is our whole supply area. Um, this is our whole supply area. So again, if we just carry on downwards, it's because, we have had a 1 hour break here. So yeah, just keep an eye out on that. That's what I would like to see is this change. Otherwise, we're going to carry on downwards. USD CHF is disgusting, to be fair. We had this big trend, which was ugly, very wicky as well, on here. But now we've just had, obviously a break below. I'm not really interested in USD CHF at all because, as I said to you guys, I would prefer this to have been met for my supply. Yes, we're inside of this, candle here, but it's just not like this imbalance and this supply. So it's not something that I want to take a look at personally. USD Japanese yen. USD Japanese yen, let's see. Obviously, we've had this 4 hour break here. So again, if we was to retrace, I would like to have seen, this area. But if we look at the 1 hour, I think we've just been extremely trendy, extremely trendy. So as you guys can see, we've literally just been trending up and up and up. So as of right now, the demand area that's in control is this demand area here. So that's demand areas in control. And then obviously you just look at this candle was the demand area in control of that. And we can do this over and over and over again. This whole area here is our demand area that we pulled back into to carry on. So you can see why the 1 hour has been trending. Now, of course, we do have imbalance below this and we have this demand area here. So again, that could potentially be where the market could retrace to if it wanted to. Let's say the market decided, okay, I want to obviously trend downwards to rebalance this imbalance, come into this demand, and then potentially do this. Of course, that could happen. But as of right now, there's no point in talking about that. So yeah, that is your majors for today. You've obviously pretty much the same as every other. I'll quickly go over some of the cross pairs that I have on here. If we look at AUDCHF, let's just have a look at this. 1 second, 1 second. We're in a 4 hour demand area. We are reacting from this area. We've got our daily range from this daily lower high, this daily lower high to this daily lower low, and we are reacting as we speak from here. And if I drop down to the 4, there were 2 supply areas that I had. This supply area on the 1 hour was here, and we have punched above that. And then we have, this would be the extreme supply area up here because we also have imbalance. Let's get rid of this big daily supply candle, focus on these 2. So as of right now, we're obviously in a day in the extreme supply zones inside of the daily time frame, daily lower high, daily lower low. Now the 4 hour, as you guys can see, the 4 hours been bullish. We've had 4 hour being bullish, and we're still in the 4 hour range right now. So this is my demand area as we speak. And obviously we can expect the market to carry on upwards from here, unless we get this low broke, this 4 hour low, higher low broke. So again, this is demand area. If you look at it from a 1 hour perspective, it's a little bit more cleaner, I think. Yeah, you can see we're inside this big juicy candle here. So could we see the movement carry on upwards from here to go into this supply? So keep an eye on that for AUDCHF. CAD CHF, CAD Swiss franc, we've got daily range from this daily lower high to this daily lower low. We've obviously been in a 4 hour uptrend. We're in this 4 hour supply as of right now. So understand that because we've had this retracement, this is my 4 hour higher low here, and this is my 4 hour higher high as we speak, probably more than 1 hour. So again, if we was to carry on downwards, we'd have an extra confirmation we broke this low, and then we could look to sell this to attack potentially this low here. But as of right now, understand that where have we gone? This whole candle here is our demand. If we go down to the 1 hour, you'll probably be able to see it a little bit more. Let's just drop down to the 1. Not as clear, to be fair. Drop down to the 30 or 15. 15 maybe. 15. Well, it's not really as clean as a light, but you can see that we're tapping into the consolidation stage here anyway. It's the consolidation part. So again, let's see how she reacts from here. And of course, make informal decisions from that. So that's Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. We then have Euro CHF, which if I just drop to the 4, if I drop to the 4, we are in this demand area here as of right now. Um, we are in this 4 hour demand area. We didn't really finish above here. So what I would like to see, me personally, will be, and this can be a good thing and a bad thing because sometimes if the market just reacts from here and I don't obviously consider it, then of course I'm losing out on percentages. But what I would like to see happen is this be an inducement and then these areas here be the true move that happens, and we use this as liquidity. Everyone's stop losses are below this, and then we fill in this imbalance, tap into this demand, and then we leave from here. But again, let's see what happens. We are in this demand, and we are having a slow reaction from there. Euro Canadian dollar, we are trapped between a 4 hour demand area and a 1 hour supply area. Of course, we've taken these lows as well. So we took liquidity, tapped into this demand. Now we drop down to the 1 hour. You can see that obviously we've been on a downtrend for this one. So if you're not as risky and you want to obviously be careful, then you want to wait for this high to get broken. Then the 4 hour and the 1 hour will be in alignment. So that is one thing to keep into play. But obviously you can wait for the lower time frame, like 5 minute, 15 minute, level to be broke. So let's say this area gets broke here. I would wait for a double confirmation. So like one confirmation, two confirmations here, and then I'd be trying to look to long that from here. So yeah, keep an eye out on that for you guys who are interested in Euro Canadian dollar. Great British Pound, AUD, pretty much similar. As you guys can see, we're in this 4 hour demand area. Let's get rid of this daily. We don't need that now. We're in this 4 hour demand area. And we're obviously in this 4 hour supply area. So daily, from a daily standpoint, it would make sense to carry on upwards from here. Now, of course, in order for that to happen, we would need to break this 4 hour structure, break this lower high, and then we're confident that we can attack these highs up here. So understand that if you look from a 1 hour perspective, I would wait for to be fair, this is a double break. So look at this. Yes, we're in this 4 hour supply, and I've missed this, which I'm a bit annoyed about. We've took these lows. So one confirmation we're in a demand area or supply for the opposite, but demand area, we've broken this high here. So 1 hour broke there, and then we've also had this as a double break to confirm that we could then utilize this area as our demand. So I'm pretty annoyed at myself that I've missed this. This being a 1 hour demand, and then of course, you could have entered from the top of this demand area. Stop loss either at the low of here or the low of here. And then obviously you could have aimed for at least a 4 hour lower high. Again, not financial advice. But yeah, man, I'm annoyed at myself that I've not clocked on. But I've just got my hair cut, man. I've just had my hair cut. I need to stop blaming myself. Next thing that I'd wait for is if we can get a break above this, and then obviously we'll try and get in, or if you guys want to try and get in a lower time frame entry from there. But clean setup as we speak. Now, of course, the only thing that could happen from this area would be because we're in this supply, if the market reacts and breaks this now, obviously you would have hit stop loss, and then you can look for pardon me, you can look for the sells, but I don't know, man. I think my priority right now would be the buys. It could slap me on the ass and be the complete opposite, of course. GBP CAD, Canadian dollar, GBP, well, GBP Canadian dollar. Let's have a look at what she's doing. This is my 4 hour demand area. So that's where I would like to see the market come in because this is my daily high or low. and this is my daily higher high. Now you look, we've got a clean 4-hour uptrend, and then we had a clean 4-hour downtrend. So we look from a 4-hour perspective or a 1-hour perspective. To be fair, the next demand area that I would look for would be, you can even just go from this body of this here as my 1-hour supply, or you could obviously refine it to this. But yeah, we've had this broke here. 1 second. So yeah, that would be, if you look at this, you know, you have to understand that, I always explain this as well, but you have to understand that what creates a supply and demand? Well, what creates a supply and demand is consolidation, usually manipulate. So that means it takes out all sellers or buyers on opposite, which is this candle here. So then everyone gets stopped out if they're trying to sell, and then the true move happens. So usually consolidation, manipulation, and then true move. Then we rebalance, and then we usually carry that trend on down from a supply area. So this is a pretty much clean setup if it's going to play out that way, of course. So yeah, man, I would look out for this supply area for me, and then obviously look if I can short that potentially. But yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it from myself in regards to the markups for today. Apologies, this has been uploaded a little bit late. Like I said, I've just had my hair cut, and yeah, man, I've just been doing a bit here and there. So as always, have I got is my screen being shared? I better have shared my screen because the disclaimer's on my other screen here. I'll have to watch this back. I don't know why I'm talking to myself. As always, guys, I appreciate you plugging in. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the connections that we are obviously making. Drop me a follow on Instagram. My Instagram is in my bio, and obviously keep in contact over Instagram, and my Telegram's in my bio as well. And yeah, man, if you need anything, don't hesitate in obviously dropping a comment below, or of course contacting me on social media. I want to get this YouTube to at least 400 subscribers. We are, I think I checked yesterday, I need to check now. We're around 395, 5 subscribers of 400. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, I ask you to please just turn that button on. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you're watching this content anyway, it makes sense to have the subscribe button on, just for my purposes as well. So yeah, man, 400 with 5 people away. If you're not turned it on, make sure you do. Other than that, guys, I appreciate your time as always. Take care and God bless.